previous fit classes where we really want to move our feet, pick our feet up, move our feet consciously. That is a big part of balance, just having awareness of our feet and being able to move our feet. If you look at seniors, elderly folks down the road, they really lose the ability to move their feet and to pick them up off the ground and to move them with dexterity. Okay, so this is a great way to help us practice our balance. I do have a couple of new moves for you today. I haven't practiced them a whole lot, so we'll see how it goes, but we're definitely going to have a lot of fun. Okay, so let's get started and just begin to move your body around, building up a little bit of momentum here to get going. And you know, we talk about warm up a lot, and we should always warm up our bodies before we get active with our movement. But you know what? Sometimes just basic movement like this, starting to get the arms up overhead, moving the feet around. This is actually a perfectly good way to get ourselves warmed up. Just starting out kind of slow, moving back and forth. Those arms up overhead are going to make the heart to work just a little bit more. And of course, the other element to getting warmed up is just to breathe deeper. So as you move back and forth here, arms up overhead, just give yourself a couple or 3 or 5 long, deep breaths. We'll breathe in through the nose and we'll breathe out through the mouth. Really reach those arms up high, breathing in, breathing out. Let's get a couple more of those nice deep breaths. Excellent. Lower the arms down, begin to move from side to side, and let's focus, as I mentioned, on getting those feet to pick up off the ground. You can kind of cross the feet a little bit if you like. Just kind of move your feet, making sure they're lifting up, crossing over, and you can really feel your feet moving. Get them to move in creative ways. One foot comes behind, the other one comes in front. A little bit like a dance move. I do not consider myself a dancer, but I think it's a great exercise, a great form of movement. If you are a dancer, good for you. I love that. I should probably take it up. All right, so back to the center of your mat and let's walk it out. So as always, with these fit classes, you can gear this up a little bit more by, if you've got some steps close by, a staircase or one of those little step shelves, step platforms, you can always do a few steps up and down. That will definitely increase your cardio load. You can jog, getting those feet up off the ground, so increase your pace like I've done here, or just slow it down, keeping the foot on the ground. Do make this workout work for you. Take your feet out a little wider. Let's begin to reach. So we'll pick up the pace here just a little bit, if you like, side to side. Now take a look up toward the hand if you haven't already, starting to extend long through the spine. All right, we're going to go doubles. So left arm up, up, right arm up, up. Let's go quick. Up, 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 and looking up towards your ceiling to help lengthen out your spine. Couple more. And back to center. Walk those feet in, and let's get some high knee going. So as you do this, feel like your abdominals are working. So your low back is staying stationary. In other words, you're not letting the hips push forward. That is going to make these hip flexors work more. As soon as you start to arc the back a little, push the hips forward, that takes some of the taxation off of the hip flexor, but we don't want that. We want to work these muscles. I like to put my fingers right on the hip flexor here, and I can just feel those muscles working. These hip flexors are very important muscles functionally because they are what's responsible for, get this, flexing the hip, right? The hip flexor. That is how we lift the feet off the ground. That's how we ambulate. Whether you're walking, jogging, running, whatever it is, hiking up a hill, involves these hip flexors. Now let's get some arm movement going. As the arms come up and get active, it's going to get a little more difficult to keep those knees up. So you've got more work here in those hip flexors to keep those knees coming up high. Now, with the arm movement, start to make more vigorous movement. Punch, 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 straight up to the ceiling. More vigorous action in the arms. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring the arms down. We're going to start to swing these arms as we move back and forth. Now, any shoulder issues, make these moves with the arms smaller. If the shoulders feel fine, let's start to swing those arms up and back a little higher. Now, another thing you can do to help with the shoulders is to bend the elbows. So your move might look more like this. That protects the shoulders if they need it. If your shoulders feel great, go and just swing them straight up. Just a reminder to any of you who are new to this class, this is a moderate level of fitness. So we don't have to get crazy sweaty. We don't have to make it too hard. The idea here is to be in zone 2. So you're breathing heavier than you normally would do, but you can have a normal conversation, just like I'm doing here with you. Hopefully you can understand me okay. I'm not breathing too hard, I hope, but I definitely can feel, I can hear my breath. That's exactly what you want to be here. This is a very sustainable way to give heart and lung health. In other words, we don't burn ourselves out with crazy cardio. All right, back to center, moving side to side. Now, let's do a little different move here. So what we're going to do is you're going to step, step, reach the arms up. Step, step, reach the arms up. Step, the feet come together. Step, the feet come together. Reach those arms up. So start to get a little bit of bend in the knees as you lift the arms up. So kind of a thrusting action. And again, we're getting that good dexterity work for the feet. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, sometimes I do it really well. My footwork feels coordinated and on target. Other times, my feet get a little off, and that is perfectly okay. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're moving, getting those feet to pick up. Let's do a couple more of these, and let's start to focus a little more on these last ones of really thrusting the arms, thrusting the arms. Last one. Good. Back to center. Move it around. Walk it out. Get those arms moving. Grab some water whenever you need it. So the arms are loose and fluid. All right, we're going to go back to high knee and add another variation. So make this movement as fast as you reasonably can. Of course, without being out of control. Now the hands are going to reach underneath the lifted knee. Reach under, reach up, reach under, reach up. Now, in order to coordinate this, you have to bring the arms just up halfway. Otherwise, there, I got it. It took me a minute to get it. So arms up about halfway, and that will allow you to get the hands to come under the knee each time it comes up. So you find your coordination. As I said, for me, if my arms go up too high, I get all messed up, which isn't surprising. I would not make a living as a aerobics instructor. This is pretty fun. All right, let's pick it up. If you would like, you don't have to, but if you would like, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Widen out the feet. Bring your hands onto the knees, get low, move from side to side. If you need the support, your hands stay on the knees. If you want it harder, switch the hands from knee to knee. Getting some good flexibility work here in the hips. Now stay low. And you decide, of course, on your pace. A little faster, a little slower. If you want it to take a notch harder, keep the hands off of the knee. So now a little more strength work. Anytime you're combining strength and movement, that's going to make the heart and lungs have to work more. I find this one pretty challenging. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, walk it in. Back to our start, walk it out. Nice moderate pace here. All right, we're going to go back to lateral movements. Now we're going to go to one side of the mat. You're going to just simply hop over, undercut, punching an undercut, then hop to the other side, the other arm undercuts, side to side. Now again, anytime we're punching, I want you to feel like you're using energy, you're thrusting. Make that punch hard. Act like you're actually punching into something rather than just punching the air. The purpose, again, is to make it more challenging for the heart and the lungs. Now we're going to add to this. We're going to continue with the undercut, and then we're going to do an over punch. Then under and over, under, over, under, over. Keep this going a couple more times. Last one. And back to center, walking forwards and back. Now let's get a little more space here. If you need to turn a different direction, I want you walking backwards a few more steps, if at all possible, with your space. Of course, getting those feet to pick up, especially as you walk backwards. This may not seem like a big deal. And in some respects, it's not. It's not that hard. But walking backwards is something different for the brain to figure out. It's something slightly different for your muscles to do. Let's take the arms behind the head, and we'll get about 5 more here. You can always pick up that pace if you like. Try to stay tall through the posture. Breathe deep, last couple. And back to center. Lower the arms down, roll out the shoulders. Keep those feet moving. Reverse the direction of the shoulder roll. Good. And Move up to one end of your mat. Right foot steps back, arms reach out in front. Elbows to the ribs, step forward, or lift the knee up. Either way. So if this is too much on the balance, that's why I offer you to step forward like this. Step, step, step. More challenge. Foot stays off the ground as you come forward. Now again, strong pumping action. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Left foot back, arms up, elbows to ribs, step, or kick. Remember, your weight stays in the front foot. Your back foot extends back, tapping the toes lightly on the floor. So your hips are relatively stable here. Should get a nice burnout in the arms. Try to keep those arms moving. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, everybody. Down to the floor. Once you're there, feet up off the ground, bicycle. Nice moderate pace. If you want it harder, hands behind your head, lift your head and shoulders off the ground, look towards your toes. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Back up off the ground. So good for us getting up off the ground. Let's move it side to side. Get those feet to pick up. Move them around in creative ways. Crossing, stepping wider, anything you like. No particular rules here. Just get yourself moving. Now let's add an arm pump. So I don't know about you, but definitely taxing my coordination here to get those feet to move and cross and step and get the good arm pump. So I feel my pace has slowed down just a little until my brain catches up. We're coming down toward the end here already. It goes fast. 20 minutes is really a nice, effective time. Gets the job done. All right, back to center. Legs wide. Reach, 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 reach. Let's go to doubles. Reach, 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 reach. You can definitely get some pace going here. Couple more. And release. Remember, good to breathe in and out through your nose when you can. High knee. Hands, we're going to come underneath the knee again. Same exact exercise you did before, staying nice and tall. Focus on getting those knees up. Excellent work today, everybody. Let's keep going, finish this strong. We got 2 more minutes. Nice and quick. All right, continue with your high knees. Arms go up and cross, go down and cross. So not underneath the knee, so we don't have to worry about that timing. So you can really swing those arms and still get the knees nice and high. Five more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So lots of good work on the shoulders today. Good basic mobility work, getting that fluid movement. All right, knee bends, side to side. Your knee does not come forward. So make sure the knee does not move in front of the opposite knee, but instead, you're bending at the knee and the foot is going straight back to the bottom. Let's add those opposite arm moves. So arms, opposite direction from the foot that's kicking back. Wrapping it up here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, everybody. All right, hang in there with me. Don't go anywhere. Now, let's walk it off for a minute, and we're going to do a couple of a little more specific balance exercises, but a couple of these anyway are going to be very similar to what we just did, except just a little slower and focusing on holding a balanced position. So high knee, feet close together, high knee, this time hold, down. Other side, lift, hold, down, about that pace. So freeze it, feel the balance, switch sides. Freeze it, hold the balance, switch sides. We're going to do a couple more of these. Sometimes it's not always perfect. Kind of fall out of it before you get a good hold. I do that about a third of the time. Like that one. Okay, now you're going to add a little teeny step. So step, lift, hold. Step, lift, hold. Step, lift, hold. Now, if this is really hard for you, little teeny steps. So just barely step. You can even set the foot first, then lift. Set the foot, then lift. If you're doing great, you want it harder, step out wider. Kind of use your arms like a balance pole, if you like. Couple more. Good. Now, remember the cardio exercise we did, that's this one, this exercise here. So we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to hold it, okay? So right foot back, arms up, elbows into the ribs, lift the right knee up, hold, 3, 2, 1. Step it back, arms up. Bring it in, hold, 3, 2, 1. Step it back, and again, lift and hold, 3, 2, 1. Step it back, switch sides. Left foot back, arms up. Bring it in, hold, 3, 2, 1. Step it back, arms up. Bring it in, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Bring it in and release. Now we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to hold it for just an instant this time. Right foot back, arms up. Bring it in, hold, step, hold, step, hold, step. So slower, hold, step, hold, step. 3 more. Switch sides. Kick and hold, step. Kick and hold, step. 3 more. All right. Great work, everybody. Walk it off. Move it around a little. Shoulders and arms. So today, we had a fun time, right? We had a good time here. We got good foot dexterity work done. We got our heart rate up. Our lungs expanded at a moderate pace. We worked our, as I said, our foot dexterity, our foot movement, and we specifically practiced our balance exercises. Such a good, effective workout. And you know, the really nice thing as we raise the arms overhead is that we're not worn out. We're ready to go for our day. Take a look up, reach down to the knees, the shins or the ankles, push it back up. Reach down any amount. Come back up, last one. And back up. All right, everybody, place your hands on your heart and on your lungs. We took good care of our heart and lungs today. We took good care of our balance as well. Nice job, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.